So let's talk about PTSD. That's persistent traumatic stress environments. That is when dealing with gunshots, murders, constantly seeing violence accepted as the norm within the community. That has an effect on you. I had a conversation with my therapist, right? And she let me know that this may be something that I was dealing with. It made me realize that it's a real thing, even with the work that I do. You know, when I'm working with kids and young people in my community, to see certain things in them and see the things that they're going through, and they could feel sad, but they don't know how to express their sadness. Their sadness is expressed as anger. It's the snowball effect, right? Those emotions, they start getting bigger and bigger, and you really don't know how to deal with them, and now they're out of control. It comes out as violent a lot of times. I encourage people to talk to someone before it gets to that point. Let them know that, you know, these feelings can be addressed in a healthy way. When talking to someone who's not a family member or a close friend is a lot easier to me when we're talking about, you know, mental health and traumas that I may have dealt with, because I just feel like they're less judgmental. It's easier for me to open up. I actively speak to somebody now when I feel like I'm going through too much stress, I have too much on my plate. And after talking this to somebody, I think things out way more thoroughly than I did before. And that helps, you know what I mean? To even take that pregnant pause and be conscious of doing it. So it's easy for me to, when I'm working with people, to say, you know, let's just take a deep breath and just try to settle things down for a minute. When I was younger, I didn't do that, you know? I would rev myself up and then I would take off from the rev stage, right? I would find myself getting myself all worked up, and then whatever happened after that, that's what happened. Now, there's no way I would even allow myself to rev up, you know? I'm gonna do everything possible to stop that revving from happening.